A very good evening. You're watching DD News Kohima with me, Sinti Ranla. A look at our top stories first. Cabinet approves rupees 4,600 crore semiconductor manufacturing projects in Odisha, Punjab and Andhra Pradesh. Union Minister J.B. Nadda says India's fight against sickle cell anemia is not just about addressing a genetic disorder. Nagaland HIV epidemic moving towards a steady decline over the past few years, says Minister P. Phaiwang Khonyak. And Anthony Nguli, Commissioner and Secretary, Youth Resources and Sports, urges youth of Nagaland to actively contribute towards shaping the nation's future. Now the details. The Union Cabinet, chaired by Prime Minister Narendra Modi, today approved 4 additional semiconductor manufacturing projects under the India Semiconductor Mission, marking a significant boost to the country's semiconductor ecosystem. With 6 projects already underway, the 4 new approvals bring the total to 10 semiconductor initiatives with cumulative investments of approximately rupees 1.60 lakh crore across 6 states. These projects are expected to create over 2,000 skilled jobs directly and generate many more indirect employment opportunities. These projects complement India's growing chip design capabilities, supported by government initiatives benefiting 278 academic institutions and 72 startups, along with talent development programs training over 60,000 students to meet industry needs. Union Health and Family Welfare Minister Jagat Prakash Nadda has said that India's fight against sickle cell anemia is not just about addressing a genetic disorder, it is a commitment to equity, dignity and the health of the nation's most marginalized communities. Sharing his article on social media, Nadda said that the National Sickle Cell Anemia Elimination Mission, launched in July 2023, aims to not only stop the transmission of sickle cell disease, but also restore dignity and health to millions living with this condition. In his article, Nadda wrote that in its first 2 years, the mission has yielded remarkable results with joint efforts of the government and the states. He said as on 31st July, over 60 million individuals have screened across more than 300 districts in 17 high prevalence states. He further said that to accelerate screening efforts, point-of-care diagnostic services approved by the Indian Council of Medical Research have also been deployed. The Lok Sabha Speaker Om Birla has constituted a 3-member committee to probe the allegations levelled against High Court Judge Justice Yashwant Verma after a sum of burnt cash was found at his residence in New Delhi in March this year. When the Lok Sabha assembled at 12 noon after the first adjournment, the Speaker said the 3-member panel will comprise of Supreme Court Judge Justice Arvind Kumar, Chief Justice of Madras High Court Justice Maninder Mohan Srivastava and Senior Advocate of Karnataka High Court B.V. Acharya. Birla said that the committee will submit its report as early as possible. The Speaker informed the House he has accepted the notices signed by 146 MPs from ruling and opposition benches for the removal of Justice Yashwant Verma. While admitting the notices, the Speaker said that the motion in this regard will remain pending till the receipt of the report of the inquiry committee. The Lok Sabha has extended the deadline for the presentation of the Joint Parliamentary Committee's report on the One Nation, One Election Bill. The committee will now submit its report by the first day of the last week of the winter session in 2025. The motion was moved by BJP MP P.P. Chaudhary regarding the report of the Joint Committee on the Constitution 129th Amendment Bill 2024 and the Union Territories Laws Amendment Bill 2024. It's now time for a short break. Please stay with us.
जल्दी टिफिन पैक करो। राजू, मोबाइल छोड़ो।
अरे दीदी वो बैंक का नंबर चाहिए, रिफंड ही नहीं आया है। मिल गया। अब भी कॉल करता हूँ दीदी।
बिना नंबर जांचे? अक्सर जालसाज बैंक की नकली वेबसाइट और फर्जी नंबर से पैसों की धोखाधड़ी करते हैं।
तो फिर सही नंबर?
बैंक की ऑफिशियल वेबसाइट या तो कार्ड।
आपने तो बचा लिया दीदी।
काम से नहीं।
आरबीआई कहता है,
सही वित्तीय बर्ताव करे आपका बचाव।
Welcome back. Nagaland State AIDS Control Society (NSECS) launched the second edition of 2-month Intensified Information, Education and Communication IEC campaign 2.0 today at NBCC Convention Center, Kohima, coinciding with the International Youth Day. The 2-month nationwide initiative being organized by NSECS under the aegis of the National AIDS Control Organization (NACO), Ministry of Health and Family Welfare, aims to enhance knowledge and promote safe practices to reduce HIV transmission and stigma. Special guest Minister Health and Family Welfare P. Paiwang Konyak, speaking on the occasion, said that with the launching of the campaign for the next 2 months, it will reach out to the communities in every corner, urban as well as rural areas. He said that Nagaland stands at a crucial moment, and as per Integrated Counselling and Testing Centre program data, Nagaland HIV epidemic has been moving towards a steady decline over the past few years. Paiwang also informed that at present 64 centres are providing treatment therapy to more than 10,000 injecting drug users from across the state. Further, he also encouraged everyone to act with urgency and responsibility to make this campaign a movement. The campaign will cover 520 villages across the 7 districts of Nagaland, including priority and previously uncovered areas. Activities will include village-level meetings, school and college awareness programs, special HIV/STI testing camps, bike rallies, folk performances, flash mobs by Red Ribbon Club and door-to-door IEC material dissemination.
You may please now.
The Department of Youth Resources and Sports, Government of Nagaland, in collaboration with the National Service Scheme and Nehru Yuva Kendra Sangadan, organized the state-level Viksit Bharat Yuva Connect program 2025 at the Assembly Secretariat, Kohima today. Addressing the gathering, Anthony Nguli, NCS, Commissioner and Secretary, Department of Youth Resources and Sports, urged the youths of Nagaland to actively contribute towards shaping the nation's future. He stressed that the vision of Viksit Bharat 2047, a fully developed India by the centenary of independence, is a collective mission requiring the energy, creativity and determination of young people. Nguli highlighted innovation, entrepreneurship, sustainability and inclusive growth as key drivers for development, urging students to build future-ready skills and contribute meaningfully to their communities. The program was chaired by Ketositio Sekose, NCS, Director of Youth Resources and Sports. Competitions showcasing youth perspectives on nation building were held during the event.
Common servant or become farmer, but it's up to you what type of jobs you choose, what type of occupation you would like to choose.
So thank you for being here in this program. And the NYKS officers, Mr. Ruko.
Thank you.
Niti Aayog today hosted Mega Tinkering Day, bringing together students from over 10,000 Atal Tinkering Labs (ATLs) across all 35 states and union territories. Held virtually and simultaneously in schools nationwide, the event saw participation of over 4.5 lakh students from more than 9,000 Atal Tinkering Labs equipped schools. Niti Aayog in a statement said that during the event, students engaged in a hands-on project to design and build a DIY vacuum cleaner using everyday materials available in their labs. Schools from remotest villages of aspirational districts joined the event. The event primarily focused on nurturing creative thinkers, innovators and entrepreneurs who are making India future ready and proving that the future is being built here now by the next generation. The Ministry of Youth Affairs and Sports today celebrated International Youth Day in collaboration with Miranda House, University of Delhi. Speaking on the occasion, the Secretary of the Department of Youth Affairs, Dr. Pallavi Kovil, highlighted the key initiatives taken by the government, including the introduction of the Bharat Youth Platform application and the inclusion of artificial intelligence to enhance youth skill development in the country. The event focused on the theme, the impact of volunteering.
The day is marked with a specific theme focusing on a pressing global challenge. This year's theme, Youth for Climate Action and Sustainable Development, highlights the critical role of young leaders in driving climate solutions and achieving the United Nations Sustainable Development Goals. From awareness campaigns and workshops to community projects and policy dialogues, governments, NGOs, and youth-led organizations are hosting events worldwide. The aim is to empower young minds with the skill, opportunities, and confidence to become change makers. In India, the day resonates strongly with the country's demographic dividend, where over 65% of the population is under the age of 35. Initiatives like Skill India, Startup India, and Fit India movement are enabling young Indians to innovate, excel, and contribute to national growth. International Youth Day is not just a celebration, but a reminder that the energy, creativity, and vision of today's youth are the cornerstones of a more inclusive, resilient, and sustainable tomorrow.
Meanwhile, in Jammu and Kashmir, a Pakistani intruder was arrested in an injured condition after the Border Security Force (BSF) troops opened fire on observing the movement of a group of people attempting to sneak into the Indian side along the international border in Ghatwa district yesterday. The intruders were noticed by the alert BSF troops between Chatwan and Khode border outposts in the Hiranagar sector of Ghatwa district last evening and were challenged to stop. A senior BSF official said the intruders paid no heed to the repeated warnings, prompting the BSF personnel manning the forward post to open fire, resulting in injuries to one of the intruders. The injured intruder was arrested and immediately shifted to a hospital for treatment. The identity and the motive behind his abortive attempt to infiltrate into the Indian site is under investigation. And it's time now to look at the weather reports across Nagaland.
Kohima today recorded a maximum temperature of 23 degrees Celsius and a minimum temperature of 20 degrees Celsius, while Dimapur had a maximum temperature of 29 degrees Celsius and a minimum temperature of 25 degrees Celsius. Wokha experienced a maximum temperature of 25 degrees Celsius and a minimum temperature of 23 degrees Celsius. Mongkokchung had a maximum temperature of 25 degrees Celsius and a minimum temperature of 22 degrees Celsius. Mon had a maximum temperature of 28 degrees Celsius and a minimum temperature of 24 degrees Celsius. Towards the east, Twinsang had a maximum temperature of 20 degrees Celsius and a minimum temperature of 17 degrees Celsius. Zinabuto had a maximum temperature of 22 degrees Celsius and a minimum temperature of 20 degrees Celsius. Phek had a maximum temperature of 20 degrees Celsius and a minimum temperature of 17 degrees Celsius. That's all for the weather report.
And before we close, a quick look at the top stories once more. Cabinet approves Rs 4,600 crore semiconductor manufacturing projects in Odisha, Punjab and Andhra Pradesh. Union Minister J.B. Nadda says India's fight against sickle cell anemia is not just about addressing a genetic disorder. Nagaland HIV epidemic moving towards a steady decline over the past few years, says Minister P. Paiwang Konyak. And Anthony Nguli, Commissioner and Secretary, Youth Resources and Sports, urges youths of Nagaland to actively contribute towards shaping the nation's future. And that's a wrap from the newsroom tonight. Thank you for watching. Good night.